Okay, we continue with SWOT analysis. S stands for strength, W stands for weaknesses, O stands for opportunities, while T stands for threats. Now, the SWOT analysis state your areas of strengths, that's your skills, your expertise, your financial resources, and the unique selling point of your business. State any existing patents or maybe intellectual property, partnerships, collaboration, and technical support you currently have or will soon secure, and how they contribute to your strength. Do you have any awards or recognitions you have achieved in the recent past that can make your brand stronger? State it there. Anything that is strength to you in your business, mention it under your strength. Then next thing is your weaknesses. State weaknesses internally and even externally, such as untested products or weak brand. You're just coming into the business space, you have a weak brand, low level of adoption by target market, and so on and so forth. Make sure you indicate what weaknesses you have as a business owner. Then state the opportunities in the business environment that will assist the performance and growth of your business. What are the opportunities? What are the political or economic, social or technological, legal, regulatory, or physical environment factors in your community, in your country, in your region, or even your continent that may influence your business? Now, just look at these times we're in now with the coronavirus pandemic. Let's say people, you that you are into, let's say, ICT, will have some opportunity in this crisis. Everybody is looking at taking their businesses online, and the ICT guys could have a good opportunity in this situation. So state what opportunities are there for your business currently. Talked about the strength, talk about the weakness, then we'll now talk about the threats. State what threats, challenges, and risks you may have to deal with in running your business. So make sure you mention them. After mentioning all this, now you now tell how you will enhance your strength and use it for competitive advantage. The strength you have, how you make it of advantage to you. Then the weaknesses you have, how can you overcome them? How can you reduce your weaknesses? Mention it there. Then opportunities that are there, how will you exploit those opportunities? Mention them. You can also state how you want to reduce the threats and risks and challenges that your business could be faced with. That's it about the SWOT analysis. Now you could make maybe a table, strength on one side, weaknesses at the other side, opportunities below, threats. Well, since it's audio, it's not possible for me to show you, but you can get across to me in case you need a clearer explanation on that. Then we'll look at the operations plan. That's the next thing you're going to write in your business plan. What is your operation plan? State the patents and permits license you require to operate. If you want to go into pure water business, you know that you have to get license or get NAFDAC registration. There are some other businesses also that you may need to get license from standard organizations from Nigeria. So state what patents, license, or permits you need to start your business. State the material resources as the raw materials, your physical assets, human resources, and other inputs you need, and how you're going to obtain them. Put it there in your business plan. Are you going to get them by direct purchase? Are you going to use suppliers? Are you going to get buying agents? Are you going to outsource some works to other people to do it for you? Mention it there in your business plan. Then what equipment are going to be needed to manufacture your product or to produce your service. Mention them in the operations plan. Then state other key resources that you need, and this could include maybe certification or new knowledge. Do you need to go for a training? Like example, recently we went for training to be certified and accredited as business development service providers. So if I'm writing a business plan now, I will have to, if I wrote a business plan in the past, I will have to show that I needed to undergo that training to be a certified business development service provider. So indicate whatever resources you're going to need, like intangible resources like certification or new knowledge, indicated there. Describe how you will deliver the product or service to the customer from your point of production to the consumption point. State your suppliers and your expected method of relationship with them, as well as your key distributors and or your agents. These are things you put in your operation plans. I hope I'm not too fast. Next is your marketing plan. State how you will make the customers aware of your products or your services. It should be as specific as possible. Is it through digital marketing, using the social media, TV, radio, newsprint, word of mouth? Mention the ways you're going to get through to your customers. State how you promote your product or services, maybe by trade fairs, TV talk shows and appearances, radio talk shows, focus meetings, strategic presentations, etc. You should be able to mention them in your marketing plan. Describe the pricing strategy for your product and services and the assumptions you have made. How did you come about the pricing of your product? You should describe it. Then, is there any incentives that will make your customers switch from your current providers or buy the products or services anew? Maybe you're going to give discounts, maybe you're going to sell on credit, and where possible, describe the effect of the incentives on your cash flow and profitability. Now, if you're going to give things on credit, you should be very sure of what standards you've put in place and what you've put in place to be able to retrieve your money so that your business doesn't crumble. In the marketing plan also, you state how you're going to ensure that credit customers will pay you. Yes, I mentioned that. So how are you going to ensure that these credit customers pay you? State it there in your business plan. Then state the channels by which you will get the services to the customers. Is it e-marketplace, that's on the internet, or other electronic means? Are you going to rent a store? Are you going to get them across to them through distributors, through wholesalers, or sales agents? Mention it there in your marketing plan. Okay, so let me drop this for you again before I now go on to management, which is the next point we're going to talk about in the business plan. Right, management functions. State and describe the functions you need to perform to run the business. Have production, inventory management, admin, facility management, human resources, finance and accounts, marketing, sales, other functions. Qualifications and expertise. State briefly the qualification and expertise of staff required to perform the functions. I've already outlined those functions that are needed in the business. And state the qualification of the people you need to perform those functions. State the caliber of staff who will be or are currently responsible for the functions such as production manager, personnel manager, accountant, marketing manager, and so forth. The roles and responsibilities you hold in the business, you should also mention it there. Then you can now do an organizational structure to show the coordination and relationship lines between and within the functions. Some people call it organogram or so, because that's what you need there. Organizational structure. Put it there. After the management, the next thing we're going to talk about is your financial plan. Key assumptions on cost elements, current and future costing, financial options and revenues projections. Remember that it is prudent to underestimate your revenue and anticipate more in costs. So don't overestimate what you think you're going to get in your business. Be conservative, and peradventure, if you now get more than what you estimated, that's a plus for you. So cost estimation and projections. Cost of facilities and operations. List the required facilities and corresponding cost to determine total cost, and include assumptions on currency of purchase, whether they are locally available or you need to import them. Give cost breakdown for production or for producing your product or services, both direct and indirect costs. That's cost of raw materials and other inputs, repairs and maintenance, testing and quality assurance. Give a cost breakdown of all these things you need to run the business. Next thing you do is you provide the estimates and projections of cost of running the business for 3 years. Wages and salaries, give a projection for 3 years. Capacity building, you need to go train your staff or yourself, put it there. Branding and advertising, put the cost there. Packaging, admin, logistics, professional services, licenses, etc. Put all these costs in the cost of facilities and operations. Then financing, state how you will finance the cost. That means how are you going to get the money to run this business? You have to indicate it in your business plan. Is it by your savings or personal funds? Is it through grants? Or is it with business proceeds? Are you going to get credit from suppliers that is buying on debt? Are you going to borrow from financial institutions? Are you going to raise additional capital via the stock market or other forms like venture capital, private equity, etc.? Mention it there. Put your sources of funding there. Now, if you're going to have a combination of these sources, you have to describe the proportions. If you're proportions you're going to get from each of them. My personal savings is this, bank loan is this, I'm getting so amount from grant, you have to include it. Then state exactly how you will use the money. State also how you will repay the debt if you're going to take a loan. So an important thing I want to state here is when you're talking about the sources of funding, make sure you indicate that you are going to put in your own personal money as well, because you can't say you're going to run your business totally on debt from the bank or grants, and then there's no something that's showing commitment from your own end. So try as much as possible to indicate that you're also committing something into the business. The next thing under this financial is revenue projections. State the products and services from which you will derive revenue. your revenue streams. Is it in the sales of this or that or that? Indicate it there. What are your revenue streams? State the way you price them. How will you price the product? State it there. State the estimated volumes of product and services to be sold for 3 years. That is for year 1, year 2, and year 3. State the estimate of the volumes of these products you're going to sell. Then determine the revenue projections for the 3 years. You've mentioned for year 1, year 2, year 3, then combine everything together. What's the revenue projections for those 3 years? So these are the important things you need to put in your financial statements. Now, we're not going deep into some terms that are maybe confusing. Things like profit and loss projections, cash flow projections, balance sheet, and all that. You can read those up, and probably if you need to see me for that or chat me up privately, fine, you can chat me up. Then last but not the least, we talk about milestones and attachments. State what you need to achieve each quarter of your business, each quarter for the next 2 years, and the amount required to achieve each of them. That's your milestones. When you start this business now, or once you get your funding, what are you going to achieve quarterly? First quarter of 2020, I'm going to do this. I'm going to register my business. I'm going to start production. I'm going to get license, whatever. Quarter 2, I'm going to do this. I'm going to employ 3 staff. I'm going to expand. I'm going to open a branch. Quarter 4, I'm going to buy delivery truck, this and this and this and that. Quarter 4, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Give milestones for your business for the next 2 years. Then appendices. This is where you place additional charts, graphs, and images that will support your business plan. If you have images of your production, you have some charts, you have some graphs that you want to illustrate one thing or the other, maybe your growth potential or whatever it is. There are the appendices that you put all this. Now these ones are going to give additional information to your business plan. So basically, these are the components of a bankable business plan. Thank you very much for having me. Once again, I want to thank the convener of this school, or the entrepreneurship, or the youth enlightenment forum coordinator, and the entire team for seeing it fit to invite me to participate in this teaching. I'm so grateful. He's someone I've never met, just got across to me online, and I accepted to be part of it. I feel so much honored, and I hope the participants have learned 1 or 2 things. Now I'm always available to you. If you need anything, if you need to ask me any questions, if you need to see me, I'm available. You can get across to me. My name is Neksummi Matthias. You can search me on Facebook. Though I've had maximum number of friends on Facebook. So if you can't add me, you can follow me. You can reach across to me on WhatsApp. So I'm excited to hear from you. Thank you very much, and remain blessed. Stay safe. Stay at home. God bless.